Well, shalom, shalom. I'm Barbara, and I'm always short and sweet. Well, President Trump declares a national Sabbath, and it's the Jewish Sabbath. A unifying moment of faith, Trump declares a national Sabbath for all of our United States country. The significance of this proclamation: this is the first time a sitting U.S. president has officially called for a national observance tied specifically to the Jewish Saturday Sabbath. And you always want to pay attention to things that say the first. And this happened May 4, 2026, just last week. And the U.S. president marks the Jewish American Heritage Month, praising Jewish contributions. We know they had a lot to do with our country right from the beginning, but it's also promoting National Sabbath, and it's promoting unity, and it is to be observed. So Trump announced it would be sundown May 15 through nightfall May 16, and he encouraged all backgrounds to participate. And this is a step toward government-recognized worship. This is a national day of rest proclaimed by our President Trump. So he said it's to celebrate religious freedom, but it also says it's to be observed. Well, we have a national Sabbath for the Jews, and will the Trump also proclaim a national Sunday Sabbath for Christians? They're going to want a parallel day, I'm sure. So the presidential actions on this Jewish American Heritage Month. Here he is signing the proclamation. And it says, "Now therefore I, Donald Trump, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution," you can pause the screen and read all of this, "further call on all Americans to celebrate their faith on," and it is on a Jewish Sabbath. So the one word in Trump's Sabbath proclamation that changes everything is all. I further call all Americans. So all Americans on a Shabbat, the seventh day. And all Americans on Shabbat, the seventh day, are to observe a seventh-day Sabbath. Now, I believe in a seventh-day Sabbath, also the Sabbath of the Bible. But I don't believe in our country saying everyone needs to keep a certain day. That is against our Constitution. And the first stage is now set for civil power, formally creating a space for religious observance. And this, it does not enforce anything, but it makes provision. That means it just opens the door. And doesn't say compel, it says encourage. So there's another detail of proclaiming the tithes of Shabbat 250 directly to a national jubilee called Rededicate 250, which will be joining Saturday and Sunday worshipers all together at the Washington Monument. So May 17 will be a federally framed Christian Jubilee, because that's in the proclamation too, these dates. So, well, you may remember that Constantine signed a day of rest in 321 AD, and to me it's a little scary. Our president signed a day of rest here in 2026. So there is a biblical day of rest, and it is a seventh-day Sabbath, and it is in your Bible. You can, I have a whole YouTube playlist here. You can go search out about the biblical day of rest. But the First Amendment says they shall make no law respecting a religion or prohibiting one. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. And so this is from Cornell Law School. The First Amendment guarantees freedoms concerning religion, expression, assembly, and the right to petition. It forbids Congress from both promoting one religion over others. Okay, it forbids Congress from promoting one religion over others. And one day was just assigned as a national day of rest. So if a sitting president of the United States can use the official seal of his office to call every American to observe a religious day in 2026, what will the next president or the one after that do with the same tool? And that is not paranoia. That is reading what is on the page. What will be coming next on the world calendar? We know there's a goal for a one world order. So will there be a one world religion as is prophesied in the Bible? We have seen all the religions of the world joining hands. And remember, in Revelation 13, the final test is all about worship. So Hosea 4:6 says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." So please like if this is a blessing to you. Share it with your friends. Thank you for being here today. And Revelation 18:4 says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and receive not of her plagues." So remember, I'm short and sweet, and I'll see you next time, Yah willing.